cardigan.
Oh, you're in your show
I'm ready
cardigan.
to
I'm
go.
in my show hat. You know, my beard
Also,
looks really straight right now.
your beard looks so good. I was just
It
gonna
looks
say it looks
majestic today.
brushed. Mm-hmm. It
I sit
looks
here,
like
I brush it all day.
just a plate of ramen noodles you just want to dive into.
No, that's terrible. Have you
Mm-hmm.
ever seen me eat soup, Paul? It's a nightmare with this beard.
I can tell you confidently, I've never seen you eat soup. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. What is going
Hi.
on? Paul, I'm
Happy
in the main seat
Wednesday.
here. Happy Wednesday. Oh, happy Wednesday. Hi, Coco. Happy
Hi,
Wednesday.
Ganache. Hey,
Yeah,
Dad's gotta work. Okay,
that's
hold on.
yeah, it's work time.
Okay, come on. Get
Okay,
out of
so
here.
while Paul's getting rid of Ganache over there, we are here for a Sideshow Live special thing. We're doing a book fair. We're doing a book
Mm-hmm.
fair to enjoy spectacular because who remembers like around the holidays, you go to like the little book fair and you go to little, you get your little pen and paper. Paul, do you get your pen and paper out for all the stuff you're
I
going to
do.
order? I
Yep.
got my pen and paper for all the stuff, and we're having a little book fair, just like we would around the holidays to pick up a little stocking stuffers and fun
If
stuff for
anyone's got
ourselves.
any Lisa Frank stuff, like the cats
Yes,
to hang in there, that's what I'm going for.
that's what you're going
Slap
for.
bracelets.
Oh, like when I was young, those were dangerous. I
Mm-hmm.
actually cut myself with one. Now
Of course.
they figured out the technology in the 2000s in the future, but in the 80s, it was a
It was
metal razor blade covered with a thin layer of
completely
plastic.
made out of lead.
Just lead. I mutated for a week. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, so yeah, we're here, Sideshow Book Fair. Paul, we're gonna bring up some guests that are gonna be telling us, are you guys gonna have airplanes made out of candy like those old
Mm-hmm.
book fairs? Yo,
Yes.
remember the ones you get at the ice cream? No, you don't, Paul.
No.
This is for him.
Uh,
That we got at the you get it from the ice cream man. It's little wooden planes. You used to put them together and throw them. Anyways,
oh, that those I know. I like those and the ones that they're tied to the rubber band. And you just
yeah.
launch them at your cousin until he cries.
So he cries,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
true book fair feelings.
yeah. Let us know some of your favorite book fair grabs when you were a kid. Maybe we have them. We don't. I can tell you confidently we don't. But let us know all the same. So we are going to be showcasing some of our favorite books that are available now on Sideshow.com. We've got some fun graphics. Alex is going to share a screen, and we've brought some familiar faces to
Yeah.
come show some of their favorite books. So, Alex, whenever you are ready, sir, let's intro the first person here.
All right. The first person is a person who's very familiar with words,
Can read. We
can
checked
read,
before the show.
confirmed can
Mhm.
read, can write, and remembers things that are words. Because if she didn't, she wouldn't have a job. Amy, what
Thank
is
you for
going on?
all those kind.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if I would call those words, but I mean,
You're the
Well,
worder. You're the worderer.
I am
Okay.
the
You're a mass
worder.
the
worderer.
wordster, mass worderer.
You're a
That's
I
great.
serial
love that.
worderer.
I actually do love that. Worder, she
Amy's like, I
wrote.
gotta go change my Twitter bio.
Excuse me, while I go update my resume. Thank
Yeah.
you. I strongly identify with what we were saying here. I have spent the last probably 2 decades of my life chasing the high of a Scholastic book fair. I just never quite found the thing that hit that sweet spot for me. But
Yeah.
I was the cool one, or also maybe the extreme nerd for getting the last copy of some manga that we were really into as kids, like
Oh.
Tokyo Mew Mew. They
Mhm.
had copies of that at our Scholastic book fair, and I got the last copies. And
Nice.
ooh, how about I just write a choose your own adventure book right now? Surprise! It's actually Win, Lose, or Die.
Yeah. Right.
Boom.
Just kidding.
She
Sweet.
can't.
Side.show/YouTube. Look at the playlist titled
Yeah.
Win, Lose, or Die. You can see all our Win, Lose, or Dies. They're
Yeah.
they're there for you.
And those are
Uh,
homegrown, handwritten stories.
That's it.
Play along.
But that's
Amy,
not what we're here
so
for.
before we get started, was your school, was it big into book fairs, or was it just like a Amy Chase is real in a book fairs? You're
Yeah,
waiting for the
Amy
school to catch up.
She goes to
Amy
every
just goes to
school
all
to.
the
How's
local.
your book fair?
No, we had one every year in elementary school, and I just loved it so much. I don't know when they fell out of fashion with our school, or when I stopped getting to go to them. But they were just so much
Mhm.
fun in like first, second, third grade. Just the best.
Caleb Whitaker says, I'll take the grow your own crystal kit that I'd always forget about, and it would turn to a block of color. Yes. I had one too, and I left it in my
Oh,
dad's car, and it ruined he had like a, what is it, like Yukon, and it ruined the back seat. Drove down the Kelly Blue Book
I'm
trying to
Oh
so
move.
man.
glad that we all have these like semi-universal experiences. There's a little bit of variation on the theme, but like I'm so glad to know that there are other people out there that have had these same experiences.
Oh my goodness. Well, Amy, you have your own table at the book fair, and you've
Yeah.
got
Yes.
some books that you'd like to peddle as our resident worderer.
Bird,
Oh, yes.
birderer. I love it.
We've officially moved on from those beautiful soft paperback scholastic like Magic
Yes.
Treehouse books, and we are on to hardcover coffee table books. I love these ones. In fact, when they asked me to come on this show, I had a list of like 7 or 8 books that are on our website that I do physically own. Had to dial the
Nice.
list down a little bit, but I did want to show you guys some great things that make awesome gifts. They are ready to ship on our website right now. Or again, if you are someone who is just looking for the joy of bringing home a book for yourself, these I think are the nice mix of pictures and words to get your fill of both. Now, I don't know which one you are ready to start with, but
You ready to jump on? I'll just click the button
yeah,
and you'll know.
let's just
Click
make
the
it
button,
happen.
Alex.
Surprise!
Boom.
Okay, so this one's a little bit interesting because I personally don't own this deluxe set. I own the book that is the core of the set, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what you get with this. So this is the Critical Role Chronicles of Exandria Mighty Nine Deluxe Edition. There were, I believe, 2 previously published Chronicles
Whoa,
of
look at
Exandria
that.
covering the Vox Machina campaign. These books are amazing. These are a collection of fan art curated by Liam O'Brien, who is kind of like they
Whoa.
call him the patron of the fan artists. But this is a collection of artwork that tells the story of the Mighty Nine, and it is also seen as the in-world recollections and notes of travel by expositor Beauregard Lionette, also known as Beau of the Mighty Nine. And it goes through each of the
Damn.
characters. There is a different profile for each of them. There's information about their adventures. This page that I've got here is when they met Keg, who was played by Ashley
Ooh.
Birch. There's information about Keg. There's fan art. There's the official character art for Keg as well. And as you guys can see on the screen with this deluxe edition, the book has its own unique cover. I think there's foil stamping on it. It comes with a collector's case. There are loose sketch prints
Ooh, look at
by
that.
Nick Robles, who is a fantastic artist you might recognize from Euthonauts and other independent comics publishing. There is a fold-out triptych image of the Mighty Nine. There's also
For
in-world.
taking tests.
Yes, yeah, perfect for when you got to hide your Scantron.
Yes.
And there are also in-world, like I love in-world, like flyers and handouts. And so
Yeah,
this book comes with
same.
handouts of the blueprints for Knott's crossbow and for the posters for the traveling circus that Molly Mock and Yasha were part of, and even more surprises. But also more than that, this is, I want to say it's at least it's 264 pages of artwork, both official and fan created, and it's just a really cool way to explore and enjoy. Like, look at this beautiful picture of Molly Mock.
I love
Damn.
the fan art, and for some reason, I don't know what it is. The color schemes that they use
Yeah.
for the Mighty Nine, I absolutely love all of the colors in all of this art,
Yes, you got some of the
specifically
most,
in the Mighty Nine.
and there's so many different styles represented by the fan art. If you guys want, I saw someone saying, like, can I show a couple more of the pages in here if you bring me up?
Okay,
let's pop this off screen.
So
Yeah,
again,
hold
what
on.
I have is just the standard edition of this book, but what we have on the website for you is the
Not me.
collector's edition, which comes with a different cover and
Right.
all of those extra
Such a great
goodies.
cover.
But here's some more Molly Mock fan art, just because I keep seeming to open to the Molly Mock pages.
All the purple and blues in these, it's my favorite colors, and so there's a lot of that.
Let me see if I can find one that has, like, wow, this is just an embarrassment of riches of fan art. Here's just a beautiful landscape.
Oh,
That,
damn.
again,
Look at
a fan created to represent one part of the journey. And there are just those fun character notes. This is when they met the NPC Caliana. There's her portrait as well as descriptions of the characters.
Impressions of
That is great.
Carolina. So, Amy,
And-
this is if I remember from your 101 class the other day, which you guys should and can watch, this is campaign 2?
Yes. So
Right?
this is the second
Okay.
campaign of Critical Role. It is completed now, so you can watch it from start to finish. It is 500 hours worth of podcasting. So if you need another show, but this is also a great introduction to just meeting the characters. Oh, I
So would
love,
you
love,
say
love
this
that
is a
piece.
good book to have next to you while like getting into the world, or maybe campaign 2?
Yes, but I will warn there are some spoilers, I think, for
Oh.
things that happen because of when characters appear or disappear in some of the notes. But largely, it doesn't spoil everything because this book was published before the campaign concluded. In
Mhm.
fact, I think it was published around the time that the campaign was about halfway through. So there are spoilers for the first half of the campaign, but
Right.
it's such a beautiful, beautiful piece of uh,
Mhm.
fan community love and just really top tier professional art by the fans, curated for
Yeah.
Critical Role.
It's real nice.
I
I
love
like
that,
it.
and I love the collector's edition. I wish I had it, but I do. I'm very
That's the
happy with
blue
my.
one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
blue with the purple cover and all those extra art pieces, and that is in stock, ready to ship. So if you do know a Critical Role fan
Mhm.
who is a fan of the Mighty Nine,
Or who
that is
wants to get
something
into it for the
to
first time? Because I
Yeah.
honestly
that too.
want to get it just so I can. Hold on, let me bring it down here. There you go. Oh, I'm on the bottom. I really want to get it for myself because I
Mhm.
appreciate the art, I appreciate the color, and I want to get into it simultaneously. Just like I want to
Yeah.
dive into literally everything at once.
Yeah, because more than anything else, also, it is just a amazing collection of fantasy artwork. Even if you divorced it from understanding what Critical Role is, like it's just a top tier fantasy art book filled with
Right.
spellcasters and healers and warriors and all these different cool,
Mhm.
colorful characters.
All right.
Well, staying within the world of fantasy and warriors, Amy has
I think I
decided to
know where we're
showcase
going with this
another
next.
book at her table. Alex, you got that one pulled up?
Ba-boom.
Boom.
Boom. This one has a spine on its spine. Look at that.
Nice. Oh, look
We've
at
got
that.
the
Clever.
Court of the Dead, Chronicle of the Underworld. This is your essential world Bible for getting into the world of Court of the Dead. Now, this is something, as opposed to the Critical Role book where you may need to be familiar with the characters to get into it. This book is your starting place for Court
Mhm.
of the Dead. If you've ever wondered how to get into it, this is the essential place. And if you're wondering now what Court of the Dead is, it is a horror fantasy property original to Sideshow. And the long and short of it is all of human existence is predicated on a lie. Heaven is not the good place. Hell is not the bad place. In fact, they are two equally horrific realms warring for human souls. They represent order and
Yeah.
chaos, but they have no concern for what happens to your soul in the afterlife. But that's
Mhm.
where death, the all taker, enters in. He is like the Reaper that we understand and may fear as the avatar of death, but he is amassing souls to create a secret rebellion and take down heaven and hell and allow and free the afterlife's existence from this never-ending war that just uses human souls as its fodder. Oh, look, I
Right?
opened to the same exact page that you did.
Oh,
Oh,
So
cool.
this is
nice.
Yeah.
an introduction to the world of Ilverness. This is an introduction to death and his mission to
Oh, I
rise,
love that
conquer,
picture.
rule.
Yeah.
The three factions you will meet. There's even a little bit of intrigue about a fourth faction that we don't talk about anymore.
JJ Joe talks
Um,
about it all the time, I think.
I was
He's
gonna
gonna
say
he's gonna yell about it.
we don't
Yes.
talk about it, but
There
there's
he is.
also for world building, there is some amazing, like my favorite section of this is it's called Dead Meaner, Crypt Culture and Etiquette, and it talks about the currency of the underworld is memories because there are
Mhm.
soulborn who are like you and I who lived a life on earth once, and there are spiritborn who were only ever existed in the afterlife. And so memories are precious to humans, but memories
Mhm.
are also precious to people who have never experienced what the sea breeze feels like or what it's like to stand out in the rain. And so you can trade memories like currency. There's a whole section about what people in the underworld wear, and some people, like in the spirit faction, they don't necessarily wear clothes as much as they haunt them because they're all like very ghostly and metaphysical.
Oh, that's fun. I think it's.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's where all my short-term memory goes. Is
Yeah,
just
they
being
get it.
traded.
Buying and trading.
Oh
And
Yeah,
yeah,
this
it's
is
yeah.
very, very valuable.
At the underworld, scholastic book fairs.
yeah, that's
And
right.
this
That
one,
they trade soul books.
this is it's written from the perspective of an archineist, which is like someone who keeps the archives in Ilverness, but it's got in-world notes from Malavestros, who's the chronicler fool. He's adding his own color commentary. He'll tell it like it really is when it comes to whether or not someone's trustworthy or if something is just totally out of line. Like it's such a
Yes, Jen.
yes. So Jen Edwards, this is the perfect jumping on point because this and the Grave Tales Omnibus, which was the collection of web comics that were compiled into one published book.
Mhm.
These are the best places for information, for written information about Court of the Dead, because you could look at all the statues, but you don't get as much of the story from the statues themselves. I mean, you get a great amount of visual storytelling with them, but this actually has introductions to the characters, the factions, the war they are fighting, the different facets of underworld society. It is so much fun, and again, it makes a great gift for somebody, especially if you have a horror fantasy fan in your life, because if they don't know anything about Court of the Dead, which a good chance that they don't, they're not familiar, this is the starter kit to introduce
the whole
them
thing.
to this whole new world.
The whole freaking rabbit hole.
It
Yep,
is
and-
so cool.
and
There's
if you
also
notice-
a section, if
Oh,
people
sorry.
like, there's a section with glossary.
Oh yeah,
I mean, who
that-
doesn't love one of those? It's called Wisp Words, and it's the underworld
It sure
books.
is.
Yes, there's going to be another graphic novel coming out very soon.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yes.
have that on order.
So much.
But yes, if you don't want to dive into the full novel, the prose novel, Rise of the Reaper General to start, because that is a full narrative prose novel. Amazing. It's over 400 pages. But if you're looking for one of those like intro
First
to the
few.
world books, Chronicle of the Underworld, J.J. Jones knows what we're talking about. I love this book so much. I frequently reference it whenever I have to refer to Court of the Dead information in my job. I love it. It's super
Nice.
helpful.
Great thing about this book, by the way, Paul, it's
Uh-huh.
on sale with free shipping.
Boom. Look at that. Look at you.
Bam.
Oh,
You're
hey.
hustling.
Limited time
Um,
offer.
Well, this book is Amy Chase approved, and there is one more Amy Chase approved book that she has chosen to show all of you guys before she has to go back to class, of course.
Yeah.
Amy, please wrap it up.
All
but
right.
here we go. Boom.
Boom. This is
Oh, I've got
another
that right here.
massive book. This is super fun. This is DC Collecting the Multiverse, the art of
Wait,
Sideshow.
this
Now,
is?
here's the thing. Whoa! What's happening here?
This
What?
is the best. I love this book.
Synergy.
This-
That
yeah.
is synergy.
Synergy.
Now, there have been several others like this before. There's a Star Wars version, but look, I'm just going to lay it out straight to you guys. I am sure that none of you have every single DC Comics piece we've ever produced. And if you do,
Right.
kudos to you. You probably have a McMansion. This book is a great way to check in and catalog all the collectibles
Mhm.
that we've done for DC Comics without having to have all of them physically available to you. This is not only filled with incredible photography by our photo team, those
Yeah.
beautiful drama shots
Look
that
at
you see
that.
in the galleries for product, but this has behind the scenes information like concept sketches. You're seeing there the concept for the noir black and white Joker. There's behind the scenes details on how these pieces come together, photographs from the creation process, just everything that you could want to know about these DC Comics pieces that we've produced. Plus, there's some fun information about a lot of the characters and statues, and you might
Mhm.
recognize it's a lot of information from our website, which hint, hint, wink, wink. I actually had a hand in writing a lot of those product summaries that helped to inspire sections of this book. But more than that, there's also quotes and interviews. And brief
various
perspectives
artists,
from
yeah.
some of our artists. This one's really cool. Let me see if I can turn it around. This has, if you want to, maybe you can highlight me.
Oh, I
if
will
there's not
highlight
too
you.
much.
Hold on.
Oh, that's
This
the
has not only the raw sculpts for the Adam West Batman, it also has the schematics for the cut and sew for the cape. Like, look
That's
at that.
crazy that it has the full schematics. I do
Yeah.
love all the behind the scenes stuff. That is like my favorite part
Mhm.
of any of these books, because I do love seeing the finished pieces. Like you said, like I can't have every single one of them, but
Mhm.
seeing the production
Let me see if
part
I
of
can
it
see
is
how many
so much
pages.
fun.
Almost
Like-
300 pages, and then at the towards the back end with some of these other pieces, there's also some really cool things about how the packaging art is laid out. And like this is super fun for collectors, but also just for DC Comics fans in general, because it's seeing how their favorite characters come to life. So this
Mhm.
is for the animated Joker, and you guys can see the animated series Joker, excuse me. This is how the base art was designed by the GAD, or the graphic art department at Sideshow, and that's a full fold out of what the box looks like. I mean, when you get your
That's so
beautiful art
dope.
box and it folds together, that's what that
Mhm.
looks like. So this is a hefty book. Again,
This is
almost
massive.
3 100 pages. If you have a Star Wars fan in your life, there's also a Star Wars version, but with this beautiful hardcover binding, the spot gloss cover, there's actually a little bit of, you guys can kind of see it. There's like the Aegis shield on Wonder Woman is actually raised.
It's got some texture on it, huh?
It's a tactile
Nice.
experience, but this is just a beautiful book that is a mixture of pictures and reading, and you could spend hours upon hours looking at this, because this chronicles, I believe, most of, if not all of the history of us with DC Comics collectibles.
A storied history.
Yes.
Storied history.
Oh, it's good stuff. It's real good stuff. And it also covers like statues, premium formats, 6-scale figures. It's not just one type of collectible either.
That whole 6-scale section
and it's not
is my favorite.
Everything we've done, but it's a lot of it. Almost all of it.
So you can see some of our classic. I think it's got the earliest version of the Joker we did, and it's got all the way up through the recent Flash.
Where they show off the Flash with all the. I love how they do the comic book panels inside.
For the for that's the 6-scale.
Yeah.
That's a
super
beautiful
fun.
piece.
I love those books. I love art books, and the photography by the photo team is as much an art piece as well, and then the concept art.
Concept art's my favorite.
And if you guys want to see any of that incredible, like the photo team, I think we have like a behind the scenes video of our photo team shooting the Sabretooth statue.
That's so much fun.
Oh man, that's
snow
and
and
watching how they made the snow in the gallery, because
it's upsetting to see how talented they are.
Are a great deal of practical effects. They build sets for the statues and photo them. It's so cool.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Amy? I'm not going to let you leave. You had your table, and I'm coming over I'm coming over with something for you. I think I found a book that you are going to like, because you spoke about a lot of detail and a lot of behind the scenes. You also mentioned a word, Star Wars. Star Wars, I think, is the word you said.
Have you heard of a Star Wars?
Sure.
Have you heard of a Star Wars? Well, I want to talk to you about this book.
Ooh.
This is not a book. This is a tome. This is This is
essentially the Darkhold.
This is the Darkhold. This is the Star Wars Darkhold. This is 1977, 1983, the Star Wars Archives. This book is not small. It makes this giant DC book look like a pamphlet. It is such a tremendous book. I had a picture of Guy holding one of these, but I can't find it. I was gonna put it up on screen. This has so much detail about the making of Star Wars. So many amazing photos. So many
This is the book you buy a whole separate coffee table for.
Right. 602 pages and 15 pounds.
You know, when you get to the point where you're measuring your books in pounds, that's when you know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love that.
How heavy is that in yards?
How heavy is pounds in yards? I don't know.
500
It's like
coasters.
speaking French and Russian. Is that thing?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's great.
But this is a fantastic book. I recommend this for everybody. It is. Let me tell you something. This is the best part about this. It's got free U.S. shipping right now for a 15-pound book. Yeah,
that's not that's not a small thing.
That's not a small thing. So
and it's by Toshin. They did the XXL Stan Lee book too.
Yes.
I love their commitment to.
They must have some huge trees around wherever they are.
I know, right? They're just knocking down houses. And so this is on sale. It's normally $200. It's $158 and free U.S. shipping. So it's again for a 15-pound book.
I might have to add that to my Christmas wish list. Thank you for
Alex,
sharing.
it worked.
It worked. 100% success.
I love that.
Just Venmo us whenever, Amy.
And that's one of those things that I also like. You know how people are like, "Give me movie recs, give me music recs." I like book recommendations.
Yeah.
So
why wouldn't
never
you?
a bad thing.
I'm a book junkie too. I have so many. You understand? I brought all my books like with me here just in case I want to bring them on screen. I have a pile of books.
So. I brought all 3 of my books. They're right
Hope
over
you guys are ready for a 5-hour live stream.
Yeah, right. All right, Amy. It was wonderful visiting your book fair table. Thank you for these recommendations for everybody. Everyone, if you
my library is always open for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Please return your exhibitor badge whenever you have a moment.
Darn.
Wait, they have badges now at book fairs? Man, they really stepped it up. All I had was lead-filled slap bracelets. She's got badges.
That's true. And you look at you, so well. We're all so well adjusted, aren't we?
So well adjusted.
Well, Amy, enjoy the rest of your night and read some books.
I will. Thank you. It's New Comic Book Day.
Oh,
thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was awesome. And I got to get this Star Wars book for myself because
It's
it is
making me realize I should probably read more.
You should probably read more.
The whole pounds and yards, that was a bit until I realized I was like, I actually tried to do the math in my head. I might be getting dumber, everyone.
All right. Well, speaking of someone who is going to make you a little bit smarter than you are dumb, let's bring on teacher. Let's bring on Missy. What up?
Hi.
Hi, Missy.
As a teacher, can you explain to us how to measure pounds and yards? Yeah.
I'm in English, not math. Math makes me cry.
All right.
Oh, all right. So we're good.
So
welcome to the boat. It's the same for all of us.
Yeah.
So book fair time. You're obviously used to this, right?
Yes.
You're used to book fair time. So
now, Missy, what is your relationship with? So as a teacher, you've had two separate relationships with book fairs, as a student and now as a teacher. Do you have a preference?
Oh my gosh, it's so much better as a student. Instead of put that down, don't poke them with that. Don't take that poster unless you're going to buy it, because it was all about the Lamborghini posters in the 80s.
Oh, someone actually brought that
cardboard ones.
Yeah.
Someone brought up the Lamborghini thing in the comments. I was going to bring it on, but
always.
Oh, actually, just real quick before Andrew Wershborn did do an unboxing video of that giant Toshin Star Wars thing, and it was bigger than him. If you are a Star Wars fan, you need that
one big book.
But back to you, Missy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Paul was in the middle of talking.
So what?
I just interrupted you.
Sorry. So what type of items was young Missy looking for at these book fairs?
I read a lot of Fear Street books.
So
if those
I just watched that whole trilogy.
Yeah. I think I owned almost every book in that series when I was in middle school, because we still had them in middle school. I saw in the comments people were like, no, we didn't have them once we were out of elementary school.
No, I had mine in middle school too.
Yeah, so we did, because they still want to encourage you to read. But I also saw a lot of people mention the Garfield comic strip books, and I was so guilty of buying those. And
Far Side.
Yeah, and I'd get home, my mom would be like, "But they're in the paper for free because we used to get, it was the 80s, and so I still have those, I think, in a box in my parents' house as well. Did not get rid of Garfield.
Well, you didn't bring any Garfield, but you did bring some books to your table. We've cleaned it up as best we can after the last exhibitor made a mess of it. I'm sorry, but Missy, what did you bring for us?
I brought some stuff.
We'll bring the first one up. There it is.
Aha.
I'm too fast. I jump ahead. I'm sorry. I can't wait for people to talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Of course she has it.
Of course. I have too many things, but it's fine because
wait for this URL, by the way, because all the URLs have been BF as in book fair.
Okay.
BFFs. Hey,
that's wonderful.
Sorry. Nice. Anyways, I'm trying to be so clever. Patting myself on the back. Missy.
Yes. So, I live watched the series start to finish, because those were my high school through college through. I realized I was married when the series ended. So, yeah. So all of those years of life, yes, apron is awesome.
Love the apron.
Yeah, because you have to, I will never put the turkey on my head, but at least you can wear it in apron fashion.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The best part of this book,
pancakes.
If you look up in the corner, every recipe is tagged with the season and an episode.
That it's related.
They tie the recipe to the specific episode. So there's one that I really don't want to say the title of, because some people just don't like the word. But there was an episode where Ross just really wanted to eat his turkey sandwich. And it was leftover Thanksgiving food, and he put it in the fridge at work, and then somebody else ate it.
Oh,
and it's a classic episode. Yeah, yeah. The word that's used with the sandwich begins with an M. Some people hate the word, so I will not say it. But the recipe to make that sandwich is in here.
Wait a minute.
And,
is the word moist?
It is.
Worst word.
This is why you were not on Friends. This is why you're not one of the friends.
Yikes!
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this meatball sub, by the way. Like,
I know, it looks delicious.
Missy, when I come down to visit next Krampusnacht, I hope everyone had a good Krampusnacht. But next time I come down there for Krampus, I want to have this meatball sub.
Okay, I can make that happen. I make my own sauce. We're good.
All right.
And
Good
I think
news.
there was
Prep
also
time's
supposed to be
only
in
like an hour and a half, Missy. So you've got
Yeah.
plenty of lead time.
Is that?
before
Oh my
Alex
God, I didn't
bothers
even
you.
look. 1.5 hours. I'm
Yeah, and
sorry.
it tells you, I mean, all the details that you need are in here. And then what's great in the beginning of this book, it tells you how to make all of the things that like would be in Monica's pantry, but a normal person wouldn't have. So basically like making your own ketchup or making your own pesto, like all kinds of different stuff. And I'm just going to say, because earlier today I had a whole thing about fried cheese, and there is a recipe for fried stuff with cheese, and it's fried pickles with cheese, and that is from season 1, episode 11. And
I think it's crazy that they can tie in the episodes to the, because like Bob's Burgers is one thing, because Bob's Burgers always had that cookbook. There was always a burger listed on the thing, and they just taught you how to make it. But this, I like how they're tying in just like a part of the show into it.
Well, so much of the show too did relate and revolve around food, because they were either in Monica's kitchen or there was some kind of a holiday, or Joey.
Or just Joey.
Just Joey.
I don't want to do that thing with the meme where he's like, my favorite meme.
That sub in particular, I think he wanted to eat it after like days of it being out, and just know they had to talk about him eating the sub, and I think he ate it anyway. But
That sounds about right.
Everything is in here. You know, the episode where Phoebe's like, "Oh, they're lobsters," and so there is a Rachel's lobster with a side of lobster roll. So
that sounds
like
great.
everything in
expensive.
here. I mean, we could fake some lobster. It's fine.
Yeah. Fake.
But yeah, everything that's in here is fun. I haven't gotten to make anything out of this one yet, but I have bookmarks, so that's a start.
That's the first step, is a bookmark.
That's the first step. We're just starting to like have neighborhood get-togethers again, and I'm like, anything that I make is coming from some kind of nerdy source, because I think that's expected of me at this point. Fried pickles are so good.
I also love pesto.
I love pesto.
Pesto is amazing.
You can make anything
Joey
better with
doesn't share.
pesto.
Joey doesn't share. Be honest, Friends. I think Friends missed me, but you know, my one of my memories that I have of Friends is, I don't remember how old I was. I'm not gonna pretend that I do. But seeing my sister watching the finale of that show, and my dad's like, "Just don't go in her room." He's like, "She warned us. She's gonna be a mess." And being her little brother, like I go in, and she is like full on, like I've never seen my sister cry like that. She has a kid, and she didn't cry like that when she had the kid, like, you know, on a birthday or whatever. And yeah, it was like I remember that was like a moment in history.
I understand that kind of cry during a TV show. I've been there.
You didn't see me during the Battlestar Galactica series finale. Anyways,
you can't catch your breath, and there's just snot bubbles. Yeah, it's amazing.
As of all the shows, the Battlestar Galactica. All right, next up, Missy. This one I absolutely love, because me and you, we grew up during this time. Boom. Dark Crystal, the Ultimate Visual History, and it's also on sale. Normally $45, it's on sale for $30. I'm trying to click the wrong thing. Let's look at this. Talk to it. Yes, you have a lot of Dark Crystal stuff, because we grew up with that, right? Like, we'll see what Missy's reaching for.
We're not talking about this one, but I got that one for the Age of Resistance. Oh wait, there's more. What? I've got the Brian Froud book, because
it's the best.
So pretty. But let's talk about this one.
Let's talk about this one first.
1982, Missy was terrified of this.
It was a terrifying movie.
Yes. Middle school Missy was like, oh, and then high school Missy was like, aha. And then it just,
clicked.
Yeah, like, first of all,
this is not showing a lot of the inside pages. I might make you do some of that.
No, that's fine. Because any of these books, and we have a couple of Henson books that are
let's
all laid out
let's shine on you. Let's see it.
Okay. So these volumes are done by Inside Editions. And what they do, we have this, we had Labyrinth, that's sold out. We have Fraggle Rock, and they all do the same thing. So you get the basic like art of and behind the scenes of. But what they do, and these are so fun. There's a big, so you have your book. And then I know. And the thing is, I get so choked up at any Henson stuff. Like, it's bad. Like, I will cry. So So this movie took 5 years to get from development to the theater.
Oh,
But you
So
found out by reading that book.
yes,
nice plug.
this is the original like layout of what the story was going to be. Like this is a sketchbook, and they take the sketchbook and they reproduce it, and they
and it's like
stick it.
smaller, and it's like a different paper type.
Yeah, it's a completely different paper type, so they're really easy to find. My first one that I had like this was my Labyrinth book, and there are press notes. There are things. Let me find a different one. There are copies of Henson Company letterhead that have Jim's scribbles and designs and just production notes. What's great in some of these, okay? So
yes, Mike.
This guy took 2 fingers and a thumb to get part of him to work. Like there's the sketches of how the puppetry worked. There's a replica in here of the ticket to opening night. That's somewhere towards December 13th. We're almost there. 1982. So next year will be a pretty decent sized, anniversary for this movie.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe how old that movie is.
And it was so it flopped when it came out. It was way too ahead of its time, and the practical puppetry in it is mind-blowing. If you have not watched any behind the scenes stuff, I mean, the sketches in here are gorgeous, but watching the actors like get into the Landstrider costumes and listening to Agra with Frank Oz's original track for when he's doing the puppeteering is just hysterical, because obviously she did not keep that voice in the final production. But just everything in here. I love the Mystics. I love the Mystics so much. We have one here in Pittsburgh that you can visit.
Yeah, I went to a Jim Henson exhibit that they had at the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens, and they didn't have any of the Mystics there. I was very upset.
He's a permanent installation at our children's museum. Out of this whole book, the most interesting thing that I learned that I didn't know was that in 1982 there was a Dark Crystal fashion line. So
that's awesome.
And Jim's daughter was the model.
Oh my god, that dress!
Yeah, so that's amazing. There's a couple more.
That's a Garden dress, right?
They don't say specifically, but I mean, look at it. There's a few different things in here though, but it's just I love these books. Any book that Inside Editions puts out, they're amazing. They're beautifully done, and they're very not that you want to do anything bad to your books, but they're super sturdy. So when you open them, you're not worried about ruining the spines. And
which one did I drop? And I was more afraid for the floor. I forget which Inside Editions ones. I dropped it. I think it actually might. Is it the DC one? Oh yeah, it's my DC one. You can see the corners barely bent from dropping it.
Which
barely.
book is that?
This is the.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because, sketches. Just because.
Look at him.
Evil old vulture bird man thing.
That's the thing that I used to do at my other job. It was anytime you wanted to annoy someone, we just make that noise, which is very annoying.
It really is.
All right. So Missy, thank you for that one. Now we got one more. This one is a fascinating book, and I'm holding it in my hand because I'm gonna get through. I'm very just starting it. Hold on, let's bring it up on screen.
Same.
Wait, what happened? How come it's not highlighting it? There we go. The Octonomy. Look at this. Even this
Alex,
video.
Octonomy.
Octonomy. Isn't that what I said?
Octonomy.
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 Nicholas.
Look at this. We all have this. That's amazing. This is one of the coolest books I've ever picked up. So
it's insane.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. First of all, it doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
Not real.
It's not real. Everything you read in it does not exist. But I'm going to start with the presentation of this book when it arrives at your home. I've never had a book presented to me ever. It comes wrapped, and that's all I'm going to say, because there should be some surprise elements left.
Yes.
So I was
But
like, I've got mine right behind me if you want to see it.
there's so much thought and care that went into just the presentation
Totally.
of the book. And the other thing is, I'm a tactile person, and I like the way the cover feels.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
like
it's spot gloss and it's so the
Yeah.
spot gloss
raised up
is
here.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
This is the back.
Yeah.
I love how we're all showing this off because we all
We
got
are,
it.
we're like, ooh,
Yeah, it's
so
We all
so
pretty.
saw
good.
we all saw it and we're like, we need to order this as soon as it came. Sorry.
And that it's
And-
solid black the whole way around.
All around, and there's like art in
Mhm.
each of these like pages.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like
I would
it's
say we
so
could call
good.
that filigree. There's
the
filigree in the
filigree.
corners and the margins of all the pages. And it does involve some augmented reality on the cover as well, which was very cool. And I'm going to give 0 things about that away, but
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
so many really cool things happen. You download an app, you put your book in frame, and things come to life. And I'll just say the stuff that happens on the back cover was my favorite.
Oh, is it? I haven't
Mhm.
gone through the whole thing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's the packaging.
Oops,
It's on the
I
product page.
spoiled it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
product
it's on the
page. It's
product
not a
page. It's
spoiler
fine.
anymore. This is the
No.
thing that I love is it's not I love how they call this a bookmark and I'm using it as a bookmark because I
Mhm.
just started reading it because I saw it on the site and I was fascinated and we're,
Yeah.
but then it's not just a bookmark, it has pronunciations because sometimes you get like when I first read Lord of the Rings, no one told
So
me how to
helpful.
pronounce everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When I first read, other fantasy books, no one tells you how to pronounce anything. This
Mhm.
tells you this pronounces things and
And
it
it gives you
defines things.
definitions, which I compared it to reading Harry Potter for the first time.
Mhm.
And I was
Andrew-
like, nobody knew what a muggle was.
Andrew said, y'all been talking about this a lot. It seems interesting. Let me tell you, like we have just gotten it,
Mm-hmm.
but this
Right.
book has been like clamored for quite a while. Like
Yeah.
I think this is technically a reprinting of the first edition. It is not a sequel. It's not a prequel. It's the same as there's only one book out, and it's called the Custodian edition. The whole book is a
Mhm.
prologue. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's a prologue. That's it. It's crazy.
And as someone who does not read fiction, like I don't really ever like maybe I read like Harry Potter and stuff, but like I don't ever read fiction. Everything I read is obviously nonfiction. This is really fun because like the narrator makes it really fun. It's just it's a real trip of a book. Let me tell you.
Trip of a book. That is the best way that you could possibly describe this. And it was
I put
funny.
the wrong short link up. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
No, once you get past, there's a little prologue, there's a little appreciation excerpt, there's a few forewords, but once you actually start the story, I'm just going to say this sets up the entire ride of the book. The first 3 words in the story portion of the book are you insane?
Yeah.
In bold print at the top of the paragraph. And you're like, huh. So that's a way to start a story.
Yeah, the forward. I got through I actually, and it's funny because I don't.
know.
Yeah.
I said novels.
I don't often read the forward and the introduction and what, but I read the actual every page of this so far. To
Yeah.
leading, and I finished the first chapter. It's fun already from the top. It looks fun. The app is awesome. And I don't want to use it too much because I want to finish
free
reading
app,
it.
by the way.
It's a free app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
free app. You can download it.
And look at, every book is an escape. Every
That is
aspect
truth.
of it, every packaging, every little piece of it is thought out. So.
And my feelings are, you said you read all the forewords and everything because of what this book is, and there's mystery involved. I think that literally everything in here is some sort of clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I have been taking.
Pretty. It's probably the prettiest softcover book for sure that I own.
Absolutely.
This book is his last testament. Has made this is my note. My I take notes on books journal.
Nice.
it's made the journal.
It has made the journal.
Because I don't understand what the hell is happening in this book. So
it's okay.
Which is on purpose, apparently.
It is on purpose. I researched it when I found out that we were going to get this, and I was like, I need to understand what world we're going to jump into. It's very hard to find information.
Yeah, it's all very hush hush.
Nobody wants to give the story away because then you lose the fun and the mystery of the book.
Yeah, I mean, even Trevor Allen Forrest, who's the writer, he or she, we don't know who the writer is. It's still like it could just be like a pen name. They literally challenge you to understand the book on the first go round.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, see if you can.
But
Like,
but
and
that's
that's
the
got
thing.
to be so much fun for people who are like just love a challenge.
It has to be. And I love a book that you can reread. That's
Yep.
kind of important to me because shelf space is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I have books that they look bad because they've been loved and they've been read way too many times.
Like
and I don't want to do that to this.
But I feel like that book would look better with some wear and tear on it.
Would. Some
Like it looks
patina.
so good. Yeah. With some weathering.
But it's lovely. And if you happen to lose your little bookmark / portable dictionary, the back of the book does have some pronunciation things as well. So you're good to go no matter what.
That's what I like about it. They know it's going to be a complicated and fun read, but they give you a little bit of a cheat sheet. So
yeah,
I do appreciate
which
that.
is nice.
I approve of cheating.
Right. Yes. There you go. Heard from the teacher herself. But Alex, as you like to mention, we can't let her go without, she brought 3 incredible books. We have to, it's bring 3, take 1. Is that our rule?
Bring 3, take 1. Yeah. I'm sharing back. So I know, Missy, that you do like tactile things, right? You said you do like tactile things. I'm going to bring this up. This is now, it's the Wonder Woman 3D wood model and book. It's not just, so first of all, you get the tactile experience of you get to build her tiara.
Build a thing.
You get to build a thing and have a thing. You can paint the thing.
You can paint the thing?
You can.
Oh, you sure can.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's wood. It's yours.
You can
do what you want. It's not
do
mine.
What you want
If you came to my house and painted it, I would be a little upset. But I mean, you could do whatever you want. So not only can you paint it, you can do your own versions. Look at this. Someone's like decorating with stars.
Now,
but it also
that's
comes
somebody with talent, and that makes me feel bad about myself.
No, you'll be fine. Trust me. But it also comes with a book, and the book goes a little bit into the history of Wonder Woman. So it's nice. It's you get the little tactile piece.
Cool.
You get a little book for the shelf.
Exactly.
It's books with arts and crafts.
With a tiara.
You get a tiara.
Yeah.
You
had me a tiara.
Yeah, and
I wish any of my college books also came with a tiara. That would have been nice.
Right?
It would have been.
Just like introduction to biology or whatever, and you're like, oh, it comes with a little frog tiara.
I was
come on.
Say frogs.
Or just one of the APO frogs.
Oh.
Well, now
listen,
that's
Paul,
just.
Let's not get started on the APO frog.
I was happy about a tiara. Now I need to go frog shopping. So
now
don't
it's frog time. But all right,
thank you. That's a wonderful recommendation.
Well, Missy,
thank
you so much for hanging out. Please leave the building accordingly.
Yeah,
single file. Don't push anyone down the stairs on your way out.
I won't go that far, but yes, single file.
Yeah, do what you want. Yeah,
all right.
You're off the clock.
Cool.
All right,
Missy.
Bye, Missy.
Bye, guys.
Ooh, I cut her off.
Wow.
That's what I do to teachers. Just cut them. I don't know. She was saying, Alex, I hate you. And so that's why I cut her off.
Alex, we've got some more people up next, don't we? We have more people. This is a long book fair, everyone.
It's a long book fair. This is an extra long book fair.
Let's see. Who's up next according to your notes here?
We have the myth.
That's it?
That's it. Joe Lombardo.
It's Joe Lombardo.
He doesn't actually exist. And I know you like cryptids. He's the ultimate cryptid.
I'm a myth.
He's my favorite.
He's my favorite.
Sometimes you can only see me when I'm walking. And if you're really lucky, you get like a picture of me like that, and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Talk to me about book fairs, Joe. Real quick. Give us a quick book fair because I don't want to keep everyone here for 5 hours. So
okay,
book fair story.
So I also, like Missy, I have 2 lifetimes of book fairs. So when I was a kid, of course, it was comic book Calvin and Hobbes books. I got so many Calvin and Hobbes books that it was ridiculous. And then they came out with that giant edition of everything. So I have like duplicates and triplicates of Calvin and Hobbes books because of all the book fairs that I was at.
That's not a bad thing. I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh my gosh, they're all over the house. Lamborghini posters.
We've seen them during Random Rewind. We saw them.
Right.
Joe has one.
It's right over there.
It sure is.
And there were so many, like, it was always about the table by the posters. It wasn't so much the books, but the table with all the the pens, the pranks, the like the fake dog turds and the hand buzzers and all of those things.
I didn't have that in my book fair.
Are you kidding me?
So Joe's a prop guy.
All about it was all about that stuff.
All right.
That's why we always refer to him as Carrot Top, because he's the prop
Yes.
guy
Yeah. We do say that around the office. We call him Carrot Top.
all the time.
It's
Well,
because of the
Joe,
hair.
we've cleared the exhibitor table for you, and you've brought some books for us. So, Alex, let's show everyone Joe's first book.
This is an amazing first book, by the way.
Which one is it?
Oh, it is.
The Die Hard Christmas.
I got the wrong background.
Hey,
go ahead.
welcome to the party, pal.
That was
Listen,
good.
Stocking stuffer for sure. Free
Mhm.
U.S. shipping. Normally $16.99. It's down for $12. This is the Die Hard Christmas.
That is this book right here.
Oh, it's so cool.
Such a good book.
It is amazing. First of all, the best thing about this book, it puts to rest anyone who says that it's not a Christmas movie, because it's
Debate is over.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely is. And it explains it in the most adorable way, because the way that the artist has drawn it, it's like a kid's book. It's like a classic storybook kind of style. And it's written in verse. It's wonderful. But
You sure did.
that's the page I'm on. That's where we lose Mr. Takagi from the story. And you don't really want to read this to the kids and show them every page, because some of the pages might be a little too graphic for them.
It might be.
Oh, really? Is this book like PG-13?
It is a little bit like PG-13, but
There's
it's
violence.
so delightful. It's such a wonderful retelling of a very violent movie.
It's adorable. I have this as well, and there's actually another version that comes with like a plush, but I brought this one up because this is a fun one.
I scooped this up the first time I saw it, and then the plush version came out with the little plush John McClane.
Yeah.
With his, you can stick him on windows, you can stick him on your mirror. And I didn't get that one. I have to get that one this year. This has become
that one might be sold out, Joe.
What's that?
That one might be sold out at Sideshow.com.
Is it already?
I think, yeah.
There's only one way to find out. I have a million tabs open. I guess I could find it.
This one has become like such a tradition in our house. Just like reading like The Night Before Christmas to the kids. They want to hear this one too, and they want dad to read it because they know mom's not going to read it to them.
Actually,
it
is not sold out.
It is not sold out. This is it. It's normally $24.99. It's $22. Look at this. It comes with the.
He's got their names written on him and his bloody foot.
It's so great.
It's the book, and it comes in this handsome package. But yeah, this is wonderful.
And we do have the book only. You know, if you're not into getting like the box set with the plush.
Yeah.
And the book by itself, do you have that page?
I had the book by itself open. That's what the URL down there is for BF Diehard, side.show/BF Diehard.
This book is ridiculously perfect for a Christmas present. It is $12. It's marked down from $17 to $12, and it's free shipping.
Ooh,
and I have given this to so many people last year. I think I ordered like 15 of them and handed them out to like family and friends. This was
that's where they went.
This was like the Christmas gift for me for everybody. And it's like I said,
Alex, remember last year there was just that palette that just had Joe written on it?
Yeah.
That was him.
It said go to Joe.
Joe.
It was great because I got everyone's Christmas shopping done on one page with one click.
Did you win Christmas?
People looked at it and were like, what? And then like they started reading through it and they're like, this is amazing. This is
as long as you made the podium, you're fine.
And the other thing on the webpage, it says there's a footnote. It says contains adult material including violence and strong language. Reader discretion is advised. Ho ho ho.
Getting mixed messages here, Fox.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
Well, Joe is not done. He brought that incredible book, and he has brought another one for us. Alex, what's the second one?
Boom. Star Wars. Collecting the Galaxy.
This book.
Boom.
It is.
Oh, that's why you're like wrong background. I just got why you said wrong background.
Well, yeah, because I had my whole Die Hard thing going on.
Wait, are we talking about? Are we talking about this book?
We're talking about this book. This is the book we're talking about, Paul.
Oh.
Oh, Paul.
And
it's okay.
and it's normally 75. It's 55 with free U.S. shipping. It's on
Seriously?
sale.
Okay, this I know you guys. I know you guys were talking about
I
the
paid
DC book
full
before.
price, by the way. So
This is a lot like the DC book. Same kind of format, same style, except it's much bigger. If you can imagine that.
Yeah, it's heavier.
I think it's about 350 pages. It's even heavier, and it covers. I want to say every.
So
It
much
may
stuff.
not be every, but is so many Star Wars releases from Sideshow over the years, over probably the last 20 years.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think
about that long.
I think it goes back a long time. But
Mhm.
what I love about it, it's laid out in. So it's got every different format. It's got 6 scales, premium.
Oh,
format.
that's nice.
Each chapter is its own
I love
style
this.
of figure or collectible.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
I love
page.
this like usual suspects like line up. You just get to see
Yes.
all the figures that Sideshow produced.
And not
Yeah.
only that,
I need to get this
every
book.
couple of pages you get like this beautiful I don't even know if you can see it here. This beautiful
Pro photography.
pro photo shoot from the photo team of just so many figures together in one area. This
Look.
is like
Oh wow. Oh, those are both life 1-for-1s, right?
yeah,
I believe the ones that Alex just had.
No, these are 6
was that
scale.
6 scales.
That was the
These are
6
6 scales.
Oh, okay.
But they took a picture in its in the 6 scale diorama,
Nice.
and now I'm just like,
That's what that noise was.
yeah, that's what the noise was. You know, Yoda was like a normal person until he spent 30 years in a swamp by himself, and he went nuts.
And I didn't even realize there was an Asajj Savage Press.
Yeah.
I didn't know we
Oh.
had one of those.
Yeah.
Man.
I used to see that in
Yeah.
the store all the time.
I like
But
all your
it-
bookmarks too, Joe.
What's that?
I like all your bookmarks.
Yeah, well, I need them because I was looking through it. This is what happened. I was looking through it before the show.
Yeah.
And there were so many things that every time I see it, there's so many things that I didn't notice the first time around. I'm like, oh my God, here.
Yeah.
Ray.
Look at this behind the scenes of Salacious Crumb.
Oh, so cool.
So they show you like the digital and the physical, whatever it is. And this is a physical prototype.
Yep.
The Ray.
Yeah, because some of these are pre-digital era of sculpting.
This is
before like you
sculpting.
could render it out and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that Ray is so good.
But the Ray came with her X-wing helmet.
Oh,
I didn't even
That's
realize that.
dope.
So like every time I look through here, I'm finding all these different things that I didn't know were released or I didn't know were accessories with the releases.
I love seeing all the grails that we
Mhm.
that are there. I
Mhm.
should change the pages here too, so everyone could see.
Look at that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's a good piece.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like
It goes-
this. It's so. It's
My
you know.
first Star
It's,
Wars piece.
yeah. This is like.
And
It goes all the way from the
to-
past to like very very recent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like the most recent. There's a Mythos Boba Fett's in here, the Mythos Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and it is pretty recent because I'm pretty sure this came out in 2019.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's very. It's a lot of recent things, but like we
Mhm.
said, it goes all the way back to seeing. Oh, look at this! See, like physical sculpting. This
Oh
is
my
before digital
lord.
sculpting. This is when they
Yeah,
made
that's
the
the
Vader.
bust, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Look
so I
at
want to
this,
tell you
yeah.
my favorite thing about
Look at
this.
Kylo. It's
All
dope.
All right. Tell me your favorite thing about. Hold on. Let me take this off screen so we can feature you. What do we got?
Having this book.
Yeah.
I can put this out. I leave it out like when we have guests coming over and when we have people coming over for dinner. And I'm not like a really good conversationalist with these people because I don't really have the skill set to chit chat about.
You're not a
sport
yenta like me, right?
Or no, I understand the conversations that they're having, but I don't really know enough to jump in and really contribute to it. But I leave like this book out on the coffee table or like just like out and about. And eventually someone will pick this up and start flipping through it. Hold your questions to the end.
Oh, yes. Okay. I've got some.
I hope you do. And they'll start flipping through this book and they'll be like, oh my gosh, what is this? And I mean, they get so into it and stuff they've never seen before because they're not geeks and they're not into this, but they love Star Wars and they'll see these things and it'll bring back so much nostalgia. They'll start a conversation asking, what is this? Like, where do you have these? Like,
Right.
And it opens up the door to make me more comfortable just to like have conversations with these people and shift the whole conversation into a geeky Star Wars realm, and it just makes
Everybody loves.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It's my hook. It's my hook to get in.
So my question, Joe, was so you were saying that you just have normal like communication issues. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I thought you meant like you had like deep dive Star Wars fans coming in,
No,
and you're like, I can't jump into this. But
no,
you mean
no.
like you just have issue communicating with humans in general.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
you're perfectly comfortable sharing with thousands of strangers on the internet. I guess
What are
that's
we
how it
doing?
goes.
I thought you guys just wanted to see my books.
We do.
Yeah. Well,
Well, actually, I want to show
you're the
you a
boss.
book, Joe. You know that?
Oh, right.
You have one for
I have
me?
I have 1 or 2 books to show you. I might just do
Give a
one.
penny,
Oh,
take
no.
a penny.
This is
Something.
dangerous.
This is not dangerous because this is also perfect for your coffee table because I know something about you, Joe,
Mm.
and you like rock and roll.
Oh, that was the book, Alex. I was
Yes,
going to
this
say we
one.
should recommend to him.
Yeah. This
I
is
already-
we know you. It's only $25. This book. It's this is a Toshin book, and Toshin books
Mhm.
are quality.
Phenomenal
And this
book.
is
Yep.
all rock covers. 750 album covers that made history.
Damn.
I
Yep.
mean, this goes through.
I have not even seen this.
This goes through
Go to
the
the
earlier.
Wish You Were
Oh,
Here. Keep going.
Yesterday and
Yeah.
today.
Oh, this
Ziggy.
Yesterday and Today. Iggy.
Yep, Aladdin Sane.
boys. Yep.
Yeah, the
The
boys don't
Cure.
cry.
And what is it? They give like a little write up about each, like the
A
history.
bit.
They give a
yeah.
write up. Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
So
Pink Floyd. Yeah, Wish
it
You Were
goes a little
Here.
bit behind the scenes of what what the album was, what the pictures were, what the art was. And this is, I know you're a music fan,
Yeah,
so
this is awesome.
this goes through 750
Well,
album
okay,
covers.
you nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
yeah,
what
I need that.
the craziest part of this whole thing is? Pop that off screen, Alex, or just minimize it.
Okay.
Just go to the.
Oh.
Never mind. I meant just take that picture off screen.
Oh, take this picture off screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
$25.
$25.
What?
750
$25.
album covers for $25.
That's a deal.
Wow,
That's better than like anything you could get like at LimeWire.
that's really. This book.
What is it? What
whips
year
the
is it?
mama's ass.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say old head sentences.
Yeah. That's leave the older, like the people with gray in their beards. Come on.
I've got
This
gray in
is
my
so
beard. Let me
cool.
tell you.
Joe,
Yeah,
I actually,
this is
I
great.
might have a second one for you.
No,
though.
you wait. This I just have to tell you, you absolutely nailed it. I do need this book. This is
You
so
do need
cool.
this book.
Mhm.
You do need this book, and it's not as heavy. You know, it's a nice hand size.
Yeah, it looks
It's
it looks more
a nice size
manageable.
one. It's not like, I mean, these books, I love them, but they are tomes.
Yeah.
You know,
They
this is
sure
like
are,
this is a nice flip through it book. But I do have a tome that I think you might like.
Okay.
I do have a tome that I think you might like. Let's see if I can
I
find
like
it.
this. Like
Don't
my
spoil anything, Alex. There we
cups
go.
large.
The James Bond Archives.
Another
That's
Tashin
right.
book.
Another
Yes.
Toshin book.
Yes.
Now this is the
They do it
same
right.
size as this is the same size as the Star Wars one.
Mhm. Which
This
is
thing-
enormous.
It's enormous. And this goes all the way from the beginning all the way up to No Time to Die, which, as we know, just came out. So this is a very recent book.
Wow.
It's got so many of these cool still frames, so many behind the scenes stories.
Mhm.
Beautiful book. And this is something for your coffee table that will get people talking.
Yeah,
Sure will.
absolutely.
They'll be like, wow, this guy
I
has
know
a
you,
lot of
Joe.
books.
This is okay. Yeah, the way that they do books and the way they call them archives, but the whole series that they do is just it's amazing because I used to at book fairs, one of the other things that I used to
I
get.
love this picture. Sorry. One of the other things you used to get.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a handstand in a pool. What else?
Yeah, he's amazing.
That's fun.
Were the behind the scenes books for different movies, like Back to the Future behind the scenes book, RoboCop behind the scenes book,
Oh,
all
look
of
at
this.
that.
But they were like magazine
silly.
size. You know, remember?
Yeah.
Like they had like great pictures and good information, but it was like really, really thin on content. And these books are like those on acid. They're
Probably,
so,
actually.
so
They're like
insane.
And
Yeah.
it's like this. How heavy is this? Since we're weighing books, right? Since we're weighing
Let's
books,
see.
this is 17.8 pounds. This is
that's-
so much book.
yeah, that's a sit down book.
And,
I
again, it's up to date with No Time to Die.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
And the cover, it has that same style as the Star Wars one too. I like
Yeah.
that. It's pretty consistent in a library if you've got one.
And
Yeah,
it's
I love
just, I love these Tashin books. I need to start picking them up. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Motorcycle rides. I love this picture of this giant guy on the, like, that's how they used to make these things. They used to build giant sets. Anyways, I don't want to spoil too much.
They would build giant sets for like a 10-second scene.
Yeah.
That's great.
The olden days. But anyways, Joe, I'm done with you.
I love them. Thank you. I'm definitely getting them.
I figured those two would be right up your alley. Rock and roll and James Bond. So.
You know me too well.
All right. It's creepy. I'm in your head. Well, thank you, Joe, for joining us and and sharing with us. I'm glad we got to share back and forth.
Yes, thank you.
And, get out of here. I'm sick of looking at your face.
Hello. Bye, Joe.
You're not the only one. I have it too. All right. Goodbye. You have a phone.
I've got all.
I have a losing lottery ticket. I don't know. We're grabbing.
Look, I've got all those books right here.
Yeah. No, not this book. This thing. Yeah, this thing is massive. All right, so let's bring up someone who's super.
She is.
Who's also the superest. I'm bringing up Jesse Dawn.
Very, very good. You can
I
tell
couldn't think of anything better than super.
Hi.
More than super.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, I love it. Hey, Alex, you and I are matching this evening, it looks like. That's
also
pretty awesome.
Shout out to Wolverine for making an appearance in your Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes, my Superman altar. Yeah. Wolverine crept in. You'll possibly see why in a little bit, why he crept in there. Yes. So very awesome.
All right. Well, we are going to dive right in.
All right, let's do it. Which one do you have first for me?
First, we didn't find out any book. We didn't find out like any book fair memories. Any specific book fair memories?
Oh, I was obsessed with Goosebumps. Like
Carl Stein.
Obsessed.
Come on.
Loved Goosebumps, and then I loved. Was it Missy that mentioned the Garfield? I was obsessed with Garfield, but not just Garfield. So there's one book specifically I was obsessed with. It was, I don't even know why this was at a children's book fair. It was a Garfield insult and slams book.
Oh, slam!
Oh my God. I was obsessed with this book. My mom actually had to take it away from me because I would take it to school and insult the other kids from this book. And it was a book that I got at a book fair. And I was, you should have seen, it was like falling apart. I brought it everywhere with me. So
you were insulting everyone in public. You were the troll. You were the original walking around.
Yep.
One of my favorite memories is how mad my mom got when, she gave me money, however old I was, for a book fair, and I came home with the best insults of Ed, and Eddie.
Yes. I would come home with prank books, insult books, and my mom's just like why?
Great.
So those were my fondest memories. I got several of those, that Garfield insults and slams book taken away from me because she was just like, because Garfield was feisty, and she was like, no more.
Your mom's just tired of getting roasted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. She's just sitting there flipping through them like, I'm gonna get her ass.
Oh yeah. So those were some of my fondest book memories. But Goosebumps was big. I was obsessed with those books. So
nice. All right, well, let's see what other
Jeremy
books,
Carpenter,
Alex.
real quick. Hold on.
Mad Libs. Yeah.
I used to buy Mad Libs.
Yep. Same. Loved Mad Libs.
Very New York.
What am I bringing up first? I'm bringing up an Art of the Last of Us.
Very cool. Awesome.
Which, by the way, is on sale for $32, down from $39.99.
Yeah, it is. This book. So I'm a huge fan of the games, both of the games, and a big part of video games for me is the scenery.
Actually, I'm gonna switch it to you so we can feature your book.
Oh, good. You have
for sure. Yeah, I've got it. I even have some little tabs for some of my favorite. So you get a lot of the art. You get a lot of the insight art to the characters. This scene was absolutely heartbreaking if you played the game. So you get a lot of the character details. Also, you get a lot of, like I was talking about, the scenery. And that's really big for me in games. If it doesn't have beautiful scenery, it just doesn't grasp my attention for as long. And The Last of Us 2, I kind of just got captivated with the scenery. I would just kind of stop the game and look around.
More so than the first game, you'd say?
I think so. The story for the first game was more captivating for me. I loved the first game so much. But as far as the graphics and the scenery, I loved the second game, and you get a lot of that in this book. I would say this book isn't for everybody because it does focus a lot on scenery pictures, but you do get some really awesome monster pictures as well.
Ooh, concept of
Nice.
monsters.
Here for monsters.
Yes. Yeah, the monster pictures are fantastic. You get, it's a lot of the concept art. It's a lot of the scenery. And you get this is one of my favorite pages because I love the look of Joel and Ellie, and you
Looks
just
so
get
good.
you get a really nice, it's nice to kind of have a visual aid when you are playing these games sometimes.
I have that statue of her playing the guitar.
Yeah, I was like, there's
So do
a
I.
Dark Horse statue, right? It's beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, no, I definitely have my little Last of Us corner. So this is definitely in there. You do get some really nice looks at the character designs, and then of course, I've always loved the look of Ellie.
Yeah, especially in the second game. I like how she she kind of came into her own because she grew up. And that's another thing with The Last of Us Part 2 is there's a lot of different. There's a lot more different and versatile environments.
Absolutely.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it, but it's not just city and it's not like 80% city. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is city and forest and water and it's
Yes.
everywhere.
And I think that's why that's actually why I got this book, because there are certain games where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, and I would like to see more of it. And you're completely right. It goes from all different views. It goes city, forest. You're going kind of all over the place, and it's all so beautiful. And it was an absolutely beautiful game. Some people didn't love the story as much. I personally did, because in the beginning of the story, there's the one character of Abby that not everyone was a fan of, including myself. By the end, felt completely differently. So to me, that's good storytelling. If you can take a character,
a character into a well-established and loved series.
Yeah, exactly. And at the beginning, I was like, God, I hate her. And then at the end, I'm like, I love her so much. So,
that's why I thought that game was great. A lot of people got upset, but I thought that game was great because it did the whole you have an expectation going in, and it really turns it on its side.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
It moved me even more. There was points in the game where I had to put the controller down, and I was trying not to get really upset. I would be playing and talking to the screen stop, what are you doing?
Oh, me too. Yeah, definitely. And I think my love for the first one more is just because when I played the first one, it was such an amazing experience, and I love Joel so much. I've always loved the character of Joel. So not to spoil anything, but the second one was harder to get through at certain points. But man, they did some fantastic storytelling, and the story itself was beautiful, and that's why I had to get this, because I love looking at the scenery in games, and you miss things, and this book really highlights a lot of those beautiful scenes, especially the horseback riding scenes. Just absolutely love it. So
I just want to show something else off while we're talking about this. There's actually, if you go to that link, there actually is a deluxe edition that comes with a really nice slipcase and this
beautiful
pre-framed
print.
art print.
Yep, it's
and that's also on sale.
Beautiful print. Yes, I kind of went on a book frenzy, so I couldn't get everything I wanted, but I would have loved to get that one because the print is gorgeous. It's such a beautiful print. So who knows what will happen? I might cave and just get it just for that print.
Or you can just clock into work, and I'm sure someone will twist your arm.
Yeah,
that happens often. So yes, absolutely.
Professional enabling.
100% success rate.
Yes. Absolutely. So no, a big recommendation for anybody who enjoys just looking at the art. It's I didn't even see this page. You get a whole horse page.
I'm allergic to horses, so.
No, you're not. Are you really?
So
horses,
avoid
cats,
that page,
dogs.
Alex.
I'm gonna
okay,
avoid
don't look at that page, Alex. But for anyone else that loves the the horsies, go for it.
You know what I'm not allergic to, by the way, is Canadians.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
That's nice.
Wolverine.
Nice,
There
right?
he is.
Nice transition,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Well, let me
Love it. So, oh my gosh, you guys, this book, I am blown away by this book. I'm so happy I have it. I didn't really know what to expect going into it because, creating Marvel's legendary mutant,
Oh, look at
what
him.
could that be? Love that.
Little kitty
I
cat.
had
He's in
that
a
one
Kiss cover
marked.
band.
Yes, I had that one marked to show off. This book, let me tell you, it is perfect for if you are a fan of Wolverine, if you know nothing about Wolverine, if you just kind of want to brush up on your Wolverine knowledge.
Wow.
This is the book. It goes through some of the most like the largest story points, and I want to show this one off right
Hold
here.
on, let me take this off screen real quick so we can highlight you.
This is one of the very first sketches that was ever done of Wolverine, and this was by John Romita Sr. And you get to have I love the original sketches and kind of seeing how they differ from the character that we know today. The amount of knowledge you learn from this book is beautiful. It gives you an idea of why he's Canadian, and there's a reasoning behind
because he lived in Canada.
why they chose that. It was a specific reason because they wanted to appeal to the Canadian audience, and there weren't any Canadian superheroes at the time, so that was super interesting. You get a history as to why that cowl changed over time. His ears were a bit shorter in the beginning.
Other than it needed to?
Well, you know what happened? It was by accident. And you learn that they accidentally drew it wrong. Nobody caught it. And then everyone's like, hey, I like this. So it became what we know today. So it's a lot of really fun little tidbits. You get the art. The art is by far my favorite part of this book. I mean, you already saw some by the Frank Miller art. It features more Frank Miller art, who I adore. I love Frank Miller's Wolverine. It's just beautiful. Goes over the Weapon X storyline. You get some beautiful, beautiful artwork from that storyline. The amount of information that you get from this book, including one of my favorite current storylines, which not everyone loved, but I did, Origin.
Origin was great.
Oh, I loved Origin. Yeah.
Yeah. Loved it. I read it not too long ago, and I was apprehensive about reading it because Origin stories can be hit or miss, but absolutely loved it. And that includes one of my favorite pieces of art in the entire book by Andy Kubert, I believe.
Kubert,
yeah.
Andy Kubert, yeah.
Yeah, Andy Kubert. And I'm a big fan of his art, and so the artwork in this, the storylines, it really takes you through the whole evolution of Wolverine. So, I mean, if you've always been curious about the character and you don't know where to start, pick up this book because it really gives you such a wonderful rundown. It gives you every super important comic that he's ever, the important ones that you should read if you're interested. So, huge fan of this book. I was really impressed with it. I wasn't sure what to expect when I got it, but it is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great
I recommend
book,
that book.
Yeah, highly recommended. It's got both of their seals of approval. And that book's interesting because there are so many iconic Wolverine images that you sort of know from being in pop culture, but you don't really understand it until you read that book. So,
yeah, absolutely. It really
wonderful.
goes into depth about the writers, about the artists, about why Wolverine is Wolverine. And Wolverine has always been one of my favorites, but I haven't been up to date on him, which is actually why I picked this up. I wanted a reminder for one of my favorite Marvel characters. So I chose right because that was a fantastic place to start.
Well, I agree. I'm gonna actually get this book for myself probably because I do love Wolverine myself.
That's what he's been doing this whole time is buying.
Yeah.
You understand? Like I have links and all these, and I'm adding them to my wish list right now.
Oh, it's great. I'm so impressed with it.
So now is my turn to actually. I think I got a recommendation for you because
Okay.
I know you like The Last of Us and you like The Witcher and you like. Oh, I got something for you.
Okay.
I think, boom, Game of Thrones the costume, and it's on sale. I just noticed it on sale for $67.50, normally $75. It goes through
just looking
all
at
of the costuming for all of the details, especially. And you know what the funny thing is? I feel like you know a lot of cut and sew places probably refer to this.
Jesse the cosplayer.
Yeah.
There you go, Jesse.
Oh my
this is
gosh.
important stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like 3-0 probably like studies this book for their cut and sew when they're
they look so good.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones costumes. Oh my gosh, the detail. Like I could just say, no, this is a fantastic choice for me. I absolutely love looking at trying to figure out how they do. Now, okay, with this book, do they kind of explain, do they explain the process in making the costumes? Or is it more a visual guide?
Yeah, they do explain. It's mostly visual, but they do explain a
Nice.
lot.
I love that.
Fun fact about this book, the very, very first time in my Sideshow career that I ever met Guy Klender was because of this book. I was having a nice lunch, we're sitting down, and this guy comes running in who I've never met and was just like, "You're a Game of Thrones fan, aren't you? Look at the detail on this." And I was like, I never met him. And if you guys have all seen, Guy Klender's got all of this energy, and he brought it into this very, very quiet lunch. And it was that book, and he was showing Brienne of Tarth, and he was trying to get her posed just the right way, and it was with this book. It's a beautiful book. Yeah, he left it there. Like I was like, "Guy, this is your book. Don't forget it." And but yeah, there's so much detail, and it's funny because they go into a lot of detail, but not too much, I think, so they don't give away trade secrets.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, that does make sense. But no, that's a fantastic choice. I would love, especially slowly learning cosplaying secrets. I would love to look at all the details in that one. That's awesome.
We got you.
Thank
you. We know what you need.
Yes, you do. You're good.
All right, Jesse, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
You are the best.
Likewise.
And I can't wait till you get that book, and we're going to talk about that when you get it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye.
And goodbye
to all
her
then she's back. And then there were two, but then, surprise, surprise.
We've got one more person for all of you
from the depths.
And you know her because she works here.
Okay, you love that line. You love that line. I do,
because it's easy to throw. Hi,
everybody.
Krista.
What up, Krista? Tell us how you doing. Tell us your book fair experience.
Oh, so I was also really big into like horror books and everything when I was a kid. So I was a big fan also of Goosebumps, also Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yes.
That was my jam. Loved that. But I was also, other than like regular books, I was also a big fan. Instead of like the joke books, I was into like Mad Libs. So all the different Mad Libs that would come out. But my mom would scold me if I bought too many of those and not like actual books at the book fair. So I would always get one. I'd always save room for one. So
it's creative writing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. I was writing my own stuff. Like, what do you know, Mom?
Yeah,
look at you now. You're a pirate, Mom.
Now.
I'll never ever let that go.
I know, I can tell.
Your family are just pirates. Well,
let's keep it light.
Pirate our books.
Let's keep it light. Pirate books. All right. Look, all these books have been very heavy. I want to keep it light. Light like a saber.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible. That was a terrible transition, wasn't it?
That was
awful.
Real bad. But
it was really bad.
Let's segue anyways. Ooh.
Boom!
Yes.
The lightsaber collection.
To have this on here because this was actually a gift to me and my husband from two of our really close friends for Christmas last year. And I love it. It's awesome. The cover looks like this. Yeah. I
was going to say, this cover was not final. That is the cover.
No. This is the final cover right here.
Wow.
So this is what the bad boy looks like. And the best part about this, actually, it's kind of hard to tell from on there. Let me just
my girl, Asajj
it's like they have these pages that open up. Like this is the Jedi Temple Guard page.
Oh, and let me highlight you. Hold
opens up. So there's like pages like this. that will like
Oh,
flip
cool.
out. Like Darth
Oh, that's like a
Maul.
trifold.
Yeah, Darth
Yeah,
Maul,
damn,
his
that's
does
cool.
that as well. I'm trying to like slap one open. Also, the Skywalker lightsaber right here. This one shows the different kind of versions that we've seen of it as well. So there's like a few pages that do that, which is really, really cool. Like I wasn't expecting that. So I thought that was a really neat sort of feature on here. And yeah,
That is
and
so
it's got like,
Wow.
I mean, all kinds, not just like the main like, you know, characters that you would think of that are on here, but it also even talks about like where certain parts of the lightsaber like originated. Like
Oh,
specifically
I see.
here, it talks about like the cross guard sort of like design and where that came from and where we've seen that in different parts of Star Wars lore, which is really cool.
So this
And
is
yeah,
like
it's like a history of sabers.
exposition. Oh, so it's like a history and exposition. It's not like an
Yeah.
in-world Jedi tome.
Yeah,
right?
no. So like each
Oh, I see.
one,
Okay.
like the ninth sister, like the Inquisitor is right here, and it will give you like a little
Oh, so sick.
I
description.
love her.
Yeah, it will give you a little description of her, and then it talks about the design of her saber and like maybe
Nice.
why it is different from other sabers and things like that. So it's really, really cool. I mean, super in depth for like this little book, but like awesome. And it gives you just like the best tidbits of information that you'd want to know.
Mm.
So highly recommend. Also, it's that really like soft, like velvety sort of
Oh,
texture,
nice.
which I mean,
You sit there
I
and rub it
like.
against your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice and matte.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
it doubles. It does double as a face wash.
Yep,
As a
yep.
face
And then the cover has
massager.
like those glossy. I don't know if you can kind of tell, like the
Ooh, the
Yeah.
spot
sabers
No,
are
gloss.
yeah, you can
glossy.
see it.
Yeah,
It looks good
yeah,
I love
on
spot gloss.
Mace's saber
yeah.
there.
Yep. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Highly, highly recommend. Love this book.
Well,
Yeah. Well, Alex, we've kept it light,
we've kept
like
it
a
light.
saber.
That was so terrible,
Yeah.
right? That was so bad. Now what? Now what do we do? Let's. You know what, Paul? Let's see what's cooking with Krista. Is that better? Is that a little better?
It was not.
No. Well, this is the World of Warcraft and Hearthstone cookbook set.
Yep.
So
Nice.
it's actually a set, and it's
Yeah,
normally
2 books.
So
56,
dope.
but it's
Oh,
only
I see.
it's on
Yeah.
sale. It's $28.99. Hold on, let's show you. It's a set.
Yeah.
The official
So you have
cookbook
the
and the
WoW
innkeeper.
piece and then the Hearthstone piece, like here.
Oh.
Yep. And there,
So what
this
do
was actually
Hearthstones
my
taste like?
husband is the one who's a fan of WoW and Hearthstone. So this was a Christmas gift for him last year.
Okay.
And these are awesome. He's also more of the baker between us. Like I cook more and he bakes. So it's kind of
Nice.
fun that we both get like different things out of it. Let me open up a page in here. Oh, right here in the Hearthstone, we've got the spiked hog rider sprouts, which are Brussels sprouts here. For anyone who's a fan, I am a fan of Brussels sprouts, but I know they're not for everyone. But these ones are made with bacon, so yeah. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. There's also drinks, which is really cool.
Oh snap! Cherry grog and Gar's limeade. Look at this.
Hell yeah.
And it even tells you like how to make the simple syrups for them, which I think is
that's
also
nice.
really awesome. Yeah. So it's like all the different kind of components to everything. Another one in here. Let's see.
Ooh, I want to eat this.
that.
What is this?
Wow.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like I think there's like an actual, I think it's like a Yule log is technically what it is.
I think it
like,
is a Yule log, yeah.
Yeah. And anyone who's a fan of like Great British Baking Show.
One.
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
Eat your heart out, Mary Berry.
Well, yeah,
I've
where do we
actually
get these
heard-
tentacles?
Well, and I've actually heard like from some of my friends who play like D&D and stuff that they like to use like the different recipes in these books for the nights that they all get together and run campaigns. Like to kind of be like more in depth in like
Those
in
look
their
so
little
good.
yeah. Like so it's
I'm like
awesome.
I can see the butter on them and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
give me.
They're awesome, and the fact that you get like 2 books in one is really cool because they're both like from the same kind of universe, but like very different. And
these are in world. These are written in world, I believe.
These are written to be in world.
yes.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got like all kind of little like quirky references, and like some of them will be like specifically from a character. I think one of there's like a health potion in there that's from a character that has like a little side note saying that like the character threatened like the life of the bartender if they didn't include it in the book or something like that.
Correct.
So there's all kinds of like little fun things like that. So I love those. I think they're awesome.
It's Hearthstone, not Atlantic City, right?
I'm going to Pete Tano's house.
Whatever. Pete, we're on our way. Make room for 3.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we can't let you go without me showing you something really cool that you might not know
See,
exists.
Alex hasn't missed yet.
I'm
I
excited.
haven't missed yet. I haven't missed yet. This might be my big miss, but I doubt it because I'm that
doubt
good.
it.
Boom. Star Wars
Yes.
Oh, this is a
Ultimate
great book.
Pop-Up Galaxy. Now, these things are so cool. These
Totally.
things are
So
so
cool.
cool. I love it's a weird thing. I love adult pop-up books. When I say that sounds wrong, but I mean, like, I like pop-up books made for grown-ups who like geeky things. I have a
Grown-up pop-up
Necronomicon made by Skinner,
Oh,
and
that's dope.
yeah, it's so cool. And this thing is no joke. You've
Mhm.
got Ewok villages here. We've got
The Death Star is my favorite.
the Death Star's your favorite. Let's see if
Yes.
I mean, look at this. Look at all the
That's
little
so
scenes
cool,
that they
the
have playing out in
detail.
here.
Yeah, that's
And I
just
mean,
that's
I can't
awesome.
animate it by showing you, like, you can pull some of the
I was gonna say my one warning is there are so many for lack of a better word, like paper mechanics going on
Yes.
in this book. Be very careful
Yeah, there
because
are a lot of paper mechanics.
if you're me, what has been unfolded cannot be refolded sometimes. So
That
be very careful.
that is the way to explain it. Yeah. So this is a very cool book. I've seen it in person. I saw it at HQ. Krista, I
Mhm.
believe you will really love this book,
I've
and
had
it's
my
free US
eye on
shipping.
it. Yeah, I've had
Free
my
US
eye
shipping.
on it. So definitely that was definitely a hit. Because yes, I do
I've
want
been,
that book.
we haven't been wrong so far. So
Yep. Just
100% success rate.
100
perfect. Just
100%
email
right,
Alex
100% of
all
the
your
time.
credit card information.
Yep,
Yeah.
will do.
This goes to everyone in the chats. If you email me your credit card information, I will definitely buy you things you like.
Please
Sideshow
don't do
does
that.
need to
Just
legally say, please do not email your credit
please
card
do not.
information. Please go to our wonderful CS team.
Yeah.
They're off now, but go to them anyways because it's
Please
6:30.
please never listen to anything I say. All right. Well, anyways, Krista, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing some lovely books with us,
And
and
thank you for moderating.
thank you
Yeah,
for moderating,
I've been
Moderated the
trying
whole
to also
show.
do that as we
Hope you're all
going.
behaving while she's live.
Yes.
Behave
Yeah.
in
I'm
there.
gonna start losing it now.
Yeah, everybody's been great. So I'm always happy to hang out with everyone. But thank you guys
Thank you, got it
for
us
the awesome show. It's
Nice.
been great. And
Well,
yeah.
Krista,
have a good
thank
night.
you so much. Have a great night. Please pay attention to your dog.
Yes.
Okay, will do.
Dog's
Good night, guys.
very needy. See you later. Where'd she come back? We did
Because
it.
you guys all do the same thing all the time.
We all pushed a button all at the
Yes.
same time. So
Well, we made it.
we made it.
End of the show.
Almost.
Alex, what is we didn't ask each other about
This way.
our book fair memories.
My book fair memories was pretty much the same as everyone else's, only I was in New York and it was better.
Hmm.
You know,
So
I
it was
remember
colder.
it was cold. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. It was always cold because it was this big
Yeah.
empty gymnasium full of stuff, and
You
it
went to
just
public
was.
school, right?
Yeah, I went to public school. Yeah,
Yeah, it was always cold and
always
everything was
cold.
solidified. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I used to buy
same
a lot of the
experiences,
things.
but 3 hours ahead.
3 hours out. Yeah. Plus, again, I used to buy a lot of Mad Libs. That was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Joke books. I think the one book that I used to go for more than anything when I was in probably like elementary school, I kind of phased out of it in middle school, maybe like when I was in 8th grade, was Animorphs.
Oh my gosh, that is
Loved
hilarious.
Animorphs. I just liked it. I was like the only one in my school that liked it. Everyone was going for like some stuff, and I'd have enough for one book and then something smaller, and I'd always go for the Animorphs. I just liked it, and then I think it was the first time when I started like gatekeeping.
Oh my gosh,
because I was like, I don't like the show. It's nothing like the book.
it's nothing like the book. The book has got so much more character development.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a
as long as
snobby
they stay
hipster.
true to the source material, I don't care what they do.
Yeah,
But
snobby
that
hipster.
was it. Yeah.
That's really
Steve
funny.
Matthews has the entire Animorphs. I have it at my parents somewhere. It's up in a what is
Attic?
it? What are the closets upstairs called? Attics. Thank you.
Attics, yeah.
Upstairs closet.
Upstairs
yeah.
closet.
So that and I was I was big into erasers. I liked erasers because if you haven't ever seen me live, I make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
so
I was
this
gonna
has been
say.
a lifelong thing.
So you used to collect like novelty erasers and fun
Yeah,
things
I
like
did.
that?
I did.
No, that's awesome.
I used to like all of the R.L. Stein ones.
Of
Those were pretty
course.
fun because they were very like I just remember we'd had one that like would go on the pen and it was like the size of this and it said like goosebumps on it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is cool, but man, it is not practical.
You can erase something written in pencil. That's like
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite lines from Deadpool. and you can erase something that was written in pencil. But collector clause, really? You have something to talk about. What's up?
Right. Yes. It is 6:35, which means we can shamelessly plug. Next Tuesday we have the Unsealed and Revealed holiday episode. Please, 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 everyone show up because everyone's, we are giving away some stuff off people's wish lists. 6:00 was the deadline to email in. So I'm not going to go over how to let us know to make your wish list public or what to do because that's already over. But we have a ton of giveaways, like 8 or 9 giveaways in the show that will, you've got to be present to win. We're going to be showing off some of Guy and Terry's favorite things from the year. And we are going to be giving those away live. If you're not there and we call your name, I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot of people, and Guy and Alan have a whole thing planned for me. It's going to be fun. So I'll be in person. But we will be busy. So we're going to give you like 15 seconds, 30 seconds to say, well, at least, the time of the delay.
The delay.
Right? There's some latency. So we'll give you some time, but we're going to call your name. Please say, oh my God, this person. And just say, hey, I'm here. And then we'll tell you how to claim. But you got to be present to win. So that is next Tuesday at 10 a.m. The deadline has passed to email social about your wish list, but we are still going to have plenty of giveaways live during the show. So there's something for everyone, we promise.
You got to be there to win it. So, All right. Well, thank you, Paul, for joining me for this book fair. Oh, wait, I just want to show you real quick. I have this really cool book, Rick and Morty. We have this on the site, and the cover glows in the dark.
I just bought a really cool book. You want to see it?
Yeah, show me a really cool book.
It's actually a book that I've been wanting since I've been at Sideshow, and it's so new. I bought it today. It's so new. It still has the wrapping on it.
Oh, you got The Anatomy of a Metahuman. Yes. Dude, and that's a tome in itself. That's another one.
It is. It's a big book. It's a in-world book written by Bruce Wayne, also known as the Batman. So, yeah, it's fun. And it is. George said, I'm here and ready to claim. Nothing today. Yes, that fellow. The Bat fellow. The Bat.
By the way, this is something. So if you go to side.show/book fair, that takes you to all of our books that we sell.
Yep.
I have all 4 of these Capturing Archetypes books, and they are.
I only have 2.
You only have 2. I have all 4 of them. I had to get them all. So this is something. This is my recommends to everyone out there. Are those the Capturing Archetypes? So.
And then we also have go to side.show/spectacular. Spectacular is still going on, everyone. We've got our some deals there. It'll take you to just like a pretty traditional landing page, but you can see multiple, whether you want Marvel, Star Wars, DC's, any deal that we have going on. They'll be there as well.
All right. Well, I think we have successfully faired this book.
Time to break. I mean, do we have to break this all down?
I'm gonna. Hold on really quickly. Someone was complimenting me on my amazing library. Shocking.
Man, Hollywood, am I right?
Can you believe that cartoon library wasn't real? All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming, having a fun time with Autumn Gladding, not believing we're still alive. And don't forget to let your geeks.
Terrible.
That's terrible. Why don't you try it? Do a better one.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us on our very first ever Sideshow Book Fair. Go to side.show/spectacular, side.show/book fair to see everything that we've talked about and more. See you next Tuesday for the holiday episode of Unsealed and Revealed. Alex, please do not forget to lock up after all of this. And you guys, come on, out of the building. But before you go, don't forget to let your geek side show. Bye, everyone.